if you know how to knit and purl, then you already know how to do stockinette stitch. I'm going to take you through how to do this pattern along with some important things to know about it. So let's get started. If you're working off a pattern, you're probably going to see it abbreviated like this. And in order to knit in this pattern, what you're going to do is start off with a knit row. And generally, if you're doing a pattern, your knit rows are going to be the odd rows, the odd numbered rows. So make sure you're using a stitch counter to keep track, because if you're an experienced knitter, you'll know that this is the right side of your work and this is the wrong side. But if you're just practicing and starting off, it's good to have the stitch counter there to make sure that you don't mix up your knit rows and your purl rows. So once you're done with the knit row, you're going to do a purl row. And you actually just alternate like that. Knit row, purl row, knit row, purl row. So there is an exception to this, and that is if you're knitting in the round. And you achieve stockinette stitch when you knit in the round by knitting every single row. And if you're a beginner and you're panicking by the mention of knitting in the round, just pretend like I didn't say anything. Don't worry about it. We can talk about knitting in the round a different day. There is a dark side to stockinette, however, and that is that it curls like crazy. I will show you this project I'm working on. Look at how bad that is curling, and I'll tell you how to fix that. And you can add a border later, but most of the time you would add a border at the beginning to stop that from curling. So see here, I have this border right here, and I don't have one on the sides, and you can see it starting to curl on the sides. But this is just for demonstration purposes, so I don't really care that it's curling a little bit. But, you know, this is probably one of the most basic patterns, but it's also one of my favorite. It's a classic. So let me know if you agree in the comments.